What are the differences between low-end, small dollar value, simple sales opportunities versus medium to high-end, more significant revenue, challenging or complex selling opportunities? You may have heard people reference tree fruit to draw a comparison for this. Ground fruit is the least desirable kind of fruit. This can represent bad business or business that you don't want. Low-hanging fruit represents business that has a lower dollar value, an easier decision, and low risk for the buyer. It would be easier to contact or connect with the decision maker. A recognized need will already exist because you sell a necessity item or service. There is a lower level of resistance. If you sell consumables, you may be able to provide samples to create interest. The selling cycle is shorter. Fewer or only one visit or contact is necessary. Even an order taker with low-level skill set, education, or product knowledge can secure the business. Each industry has business potential that offers a medium degree of difficulty. This would represent the bulk of fruit in a tree. The most challenging opportunities are equivalent to the most desirable fruit of all, sweet fruit. There is a buying process to go through, rules to follow, and approvals required. More people are involved in the decision-making process. There's a higher risk in making the decision. The selling cycle is longer and more complex. You must create or develop the need or interest. There is planning required because you're selling big-ticket items, a large capital expenditure or financing. Opportunities of this caliber require a high level of professional sales skills. Decision makers are more sophisticated, the prospects better educated, more intelligent, and astute.
No matter what products or services that you sell, it is doubtful that all people or businesses are potential prospects. How do you determine who is a qualified prospect? Who can you potentially do business with? Who will offer the least resistance, and who will be impossible to do business with? As your skills improve, who can be persuaded or influenced even though they initially offer the greatest degree of resistance? Consider this explanation. No matter what your skill level is, there are always going to be no-win scenarios. People are not interested. Not only can't you convince them, there will never be a chance to influence them. They are not open-minded, the timing isn't right, and the timing never will be right. The center of the looking zone represents people or businesses, and more specifically, opportunities where little or no resistance is offered. Your timing is perfect, a recognized need exists, they are agreeable to working with you, and all the criteria have been met. As you work your way from the center of the looking zone outwards, the degrees of difficulty or complexity increase from zero resistance to greater resistance or complexity. Increases in difficulty can also represent opportunities for greater reward. This is where your skills and your patience are put to the test. Are you prepared to hone your skills? Are you up for the challenge? There are many companies and salespeople who take an all-at-once or nothing-at-all approach to cultivating business leads. There are obviously some business products or services that are going to be essential necessities when a brand new business is getting established. However, for many businesses and salespeople, this attitude and mentality can be very short-sighted. As a matter of fact, in many industries, multiple interactions are required before a new business relationship begins. We refer to these interactions as touch points, and some businesses very deliberately and methodically use their understanding of touch points to create familiarity and build credibility with prospects. Here is an example of touch points in action. In-person cold call, drop off a flyer or brochure. Follow-up telephone cold call, leave a voicemail message. Send an email to support and/or follow-up voicemail with a web link to relevant online content. Follow-up call, too busy to talk, asks for a call back. Follow-up call, able to schedule an appointment. Face-to-face meeting with prospect. Second meeting to present an equipment proposal. Third meeting for an off-site equipment demonstration. Final meeting to close the business. Touch points also include other sales, marketing, and advertising activities as well. Any efforts that are made to build up brand awareness and create perceptions of value, credibility, and trust in the prospect's mind are considered touch points. Consider how you can leverage this knowledge to build deliberate touch points into your sales approach and draw prospects into the looking zone.
People who are successful sales professionals approach prospecting activities with a unique mindset. With regard to new customer development, what is the difference in thinking and actions taken between an average or failing salesperson versus a successful sales representative? High-performing sales professionals think and act at a higher level. They take ownership of their territory or account base and treat it like a business unit within their company. Accountability and consistent engagement in prospecting activities is the accepted standard. Making extra calls, squeezing in one more visit during the day, phoning one more person before calling it a day is essential. They invest themselves into the business. They get to know the customers better. They treat it like it's make or break. Activities are balanced out. Making sure that there's enough new business generating activity going on at any given time to ensure a steady revenue stream. They act in spite of fears or negative feelings. They have reasons to prospect rather than excuses not to. They have no self-imposed personal limitations. They schedule time and make plans to allow for prospecting. They have more fun. They're in their comfort zone, spending time with customers. They have a healthy perception of ROI. They know that successful salespeople enjoy prospecting. They don't need their employer to monitor activity and keep them accountable.
What qualities does an individual need to exhibit in order to gain momentum and achieve successful outcomes? The qualities an individual needs to exhibit in order to gain momentum and achieve successful outcomes are persistent, aggressive, passionate, empathetic, driven, focused, excellent listener, knowledgeable, confident, goal-oriented.
Most people won't get emotionally attached and passionate about their dreams because they are controlled by their fear of disappointment. Marshall W. Norcott. Don't allow your fears to dictate your activities and, more importantly, the rewards that you are capable of achieving. This concludes step number 5 of the learning path. Please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance when you are ready to proceed.